somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. Want somebody and can't have them near, taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. The song for the broken. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will give. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying our delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. We're pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
I'm trying.
Welcome
welcome to the morning show.
Morning. Thursday morning. Good morning to you.
It's a great morning. Today we have leads. We're going to do this little morning show because, holy smokes, how is it that we're a half hour
Because you
late?
and I get in here later
We've
and
been
later.
waiting for you. What have you been doing
I've been
back
sitting
there
here
on the
waiting for you.
phone, non-focused?
Sending film for this week and setting shows for tonight and things that got to get done.
Yeah, but you had to do that before we have to be on the air.
Focus.
We have a problem because everywhere it says we start at 9:30, and then Bailey comes in.
It started at 9 and now
the
we're like at
Magic
10.
Man Braxton comes in. They got all this, and J-Lo's in the house.
How you feeling?
Much better.
Good.
Doing good.
Boy, you sound.
How you doing, Baxton?
I'm doing amazing.
We missed you.
Yep, I
Our
was
floors
singing.
have missed you too.
I was singing in the tunnel a few nights ago, just thinking about you guys. So I actually had an idea. We heard of 2 Men in a Car, one guy in a tunnel, and I just sing. I sing until like the cops come and take me away in their cruiser. One guy in the tunnel.
I got to tell you, they started to do the minis. I guess for lack of a, what do we call these? Mini shorts? What do
the
we call
shorts?
them?
Oh, we're going to start that. The sketches.
So they went over them yesterday, and there's a
They're
part in
funny.
there for this guy. But I think we have to add that one to the minis. As you see him
Morning,
running with his
Chelsea.
arms flaring and the cops chasing him, that is hilarious.
They were very funny. So we're going to start filming those, I guess, next week?
We're gonna start when everybody gets back. The idea of just doing it is amazing.
Like you
I mean-
dancing in the car?
First of all, let me tell you something.
Did you get a lot of feedback on that?
I got a lot of my meds. Apparently, I should be taking meds,
Oh.
and you didn't help because you were calm. She said, "Don't be calm, be excited." Is that how you get excited? What is it?
For
I should have
meds?
been there. That was the issue.
Have you seen
I was
it?
not there.
If it was you and me, it would have been hilarious.
No, I know how to make Josh like it like a woohoo.
Him? How do you make him do that?
I'm
you
watching
just-
this whole musical chair situation
You just need to
here.
get like him pumped up.
You weren't pumped up. What
I
is
wasn't
this? You're
pumped up.
driving. What is this?
No,
This is his excitement.
I'm playing
I
the
don't
drums on the
Playing the
steering
drums.
She
wheel.
wanted happiness.
What? Please do that happy,
Happy
dance again.
dance.
Can you do that again?
No, I can't.
Wait, Josh.
Can you rewind and edit the
$50
happy
a
dance?
second. Thank you very
The
much.
happy dance.
When people are saying to me, "What is wrong with you?" Gio says, "Dad,
The happy
you know, I
dance.
had to tell I had to tell people I know that you're my father." I said, "What's wrong?" He says, "You look like a nut man."
The happy dance.
Dance of joy.
Do you have some
No,
nuts
but
on you,
it's the
Freddie?
fingers that is funny.
Do you have some nuts on you, Freddie?
Do you what?
Do you have some nuts on you, Freddie?
I'm sorry. She said what?
Don't make her repeat it, please. Not a
What did she
fourth
say?
time.
Did she say what I think she said? Is that what she said?
I love me some cashews.
You see the disclaimer right here?
Bailey now has a disclaimer for the Berkeley Cafe show.
It's an honor.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, Cousin Linda. She's watching Steve's Cousin Linda. Good morning to you.
I would like to apologize to the general public. Wow. I got nothing to say.
Happy Thursday to you. See what
Okay.
happens when you're back.
So here's a real question: when do I get one of those?
Want a
Okay,
what?
what
A
a what?
disclaimer?
Yeah.
No, you don't
Is that
want
something to
You
aspire
are
to
a
have?
walking disclaimer.
So if I want a disclaimer,
If we do like an Amber Alert sound, but it's just Baxton in the tunnel, I'm down to make that.
No, what I want to do, we're going to do that. But what I want you to do is I want you to put on the bottom a scroller, a disclaimer that goes across with Braxton's face on it. So the scroller goes into his face with his mouth open.
what?
It's that whole voice thing.
Josh is like, yes, that's going to work.
Yeah, Josh.
What?
Oh, and I also need your help. I need my artistic people today to put together a podcast city for Studio 8. I got to send it to the printer.
Oh,
He
yeah.
sent me one which was this. And I said, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Oh, you want a
I
vinyl?
want a podcast city vinyl that goes in Studio 8. I want to redesign. I'm going to give you what you've been claiming for. Everybody wants to do
They want the
podcasts.
podcast.
So we're going to offer you the opportunity to see the difference between Studio A and Studio B. Why do you give it to her?
Is
I'm gonna blame you if it's broken.
is there any reason like why the right eye would twitch?
Yeah.
Too
Is
much
there, like-
caffeine?
No.
No, it has to do with something in your brain because you're about to have a meltdown.
No, it has to do
Don't
with
tell me that.
it has to do with caffeine or stress
No,
or
no, it
something you
doesn't.
ate or drank or something
It's
you
it's
smoked.
a flitch. No.
A twitch?
It's like a muscle spasm. Have you ever stand like this and then you see your arm twitch? It's having a spasm.
Mine gets like that
or your
from
legs?
stress and caffeine. When we change coffee
You
in
are
here,
a stress.
my eye. Remember we
So-
changed the coffee. By the time we got through the canister, my eye was like this. I'm much better on whatever we switched to. Watch
Something
him tell
you
me
ate.
we didn't
So
switch.
Freddie, I used to have the most pain. When I was in high school, I had a leg lengthening surgery where they broke my leg in several places and put a metal bar into it.
Man, you're a mess.
And after that surgery, I would have these leg spasms, and they'd be
Yes.
the most painful thing in the world.
Yes.
Because my leg could not move very much. I could just bend it like this. Then all of a sudden, I would get this muscle spasm that makes it go. I don't be the most
How many?
painful.
You've had a lot of surgeries, huh?
I've had 12 or 13. Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna call you Blade.
The bionic man.
See, like most of my surgeries have been on my mouth. Yes. Why?
No, I don't know why.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Right. So, I didn't even go there until you said it. Okay. Some of the things that I want to talk about this morning, some of the changes that we are about to explore. Now, we started to have a meeting yesterday, and Dawn walks up and leaves the meeting that she called. But we are going to be doing remote, and we're going to start next week.
It's like the meeting we had with the other lady in the middle of the meeting. I asked her, "Are you spiritual?" I had this whole thing, and then there went that message.
We'll get to that one in a second because my head is still twirling on that one. But anyway, we are going to start next week going remotely to different stores because we're looking for homes to do short 3 to 5 minute hellos, and we'll maybe do a show. Maybe we'll do a drawing, something to promote the show, and what you guys do as well out in the open. So some of the things that we're going to talk about is how to put these things together, like the minis, the back ends, and things of that nature. So there's some platforms that they've thrown at me to see if we want to put our content on there because we're getting content from
All right,
all
so
over.
we need to put a survey out on Instagram for our social media posts.
Okay, what would you like to put in the survey? What would you like to see?
Would you, if you hosted a show, would you like to be live on Roku? Live
TV.
on Roku TV. So when anyone has a Roku
And
TV,
Amazon Fire.
you can go to the Hangout and they can turn on the Hangout live. You think that would be of interest to anyone on a streaming TV? It's like going to Netflix, and seeing a show live.
And then it will tape it, and you can see it after. But is it important to be on live TV? Now, people say, well, Roku isn't television. Well, it's as closest as you're going to get, because other than buying time on CBS, which I think is the only affiliate now selling live, not live, tape show
At like 1 o'clock in the morning.
at 1 o'clock in the morning. Would you rather do that, or would you rather be live on Roku, Amazon Fire?
Do you guys even have regular TV? You have
Yeah,
Amazon
Amazon
Prime, right? You
Prime.
don't even have regular TV, right?
I got Netflix.
But you live home,
I do live home.
so your mom and dad have regular TV.
Satellite, yeah.
You don't.
I used to when I was a kid.
So there's the idea of regular TV is that people don't. That's
They don't
why.
watch it.
That's why CBS and NBC they now have their own streaming platform because people are not paying $145 a month for cable
That's right.
when you can have streaming for a much better price.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. You guys know who Netflix is?
Mr. Netflix? Oh my god.
Okay,
Mr. Netflix?
But check this out. Do you know Netflix does not do any live events except boxing, soccer, sports? They don't do any live shows. Everything they do on that channel is taped until Saturday night.
I didn't know that.
Until Saturday night. What happened on Saturday night? Did you guys see it? Chris Rock? Did you watch
Yeah, they
it?
were
Chris
talking about
Rock
it
slaps
yesterday.
back?
Oh, I didn't know about it.
He went live for the first time. Netflix went live with it, and they aired it. And the numbers were, well, you know what? The numbers are what we know, because we've been doing live for how many years? But I don't think you guys really understand the impact of what live means. I think that you guys, you do your show and you laugh and then you move on with your life. Netflix was so impressed with what happened that they are now dedicating themselves to doing more live shows like ours. Like ours, like what we do, like the Hangout, the things that you do, Cooking with Chaos. They are now dedicated to bringing in our community live shows. Think about that. Think about if a network that strong sees that what you're doing makes sense, that they're willing to invest their monies. Now they're going to want to own it and control it, so you will have to give up control and ownership of the Hangout. It becomes theirs to do whatever they want. That means that you may be out and they're putting in somebody else to do it. But it still has your name and everything else, the credits. I mean, think about that, how powerful what you guys do is. The problem is that our speaker hasn't been loud enough. 7 radio stations that we do is not loud enough.
Oh,
Or 6, I'm sorry.
but we're going to 7.
Yes, we got that word yesterday. And you like the way they presented it? Oh, Freddie could do a lot of damage with that hip-hop station.
Yes, I think they're going to be buying a 7th radio station that is going to be hip hop. So we'll now be broadcast on 7 radio stations. Is it FM? I'm assuming it's an extra
It's an
FM.
FM.
A 5th FM.
I don't even want to say the call letters yet, but he's doing it because he sees how much material you guys are pumping out in the millennial area. In the millennial stage. So they're thinking that Night Train all the way to Hanging Out, to Cooking with Chaos, to his piece as well. And he's watching. People watch. And what you guys don't realize is just how much they do watch.
I know, they listen to what we say too, which is even crazy.
Josh, we heard from the lady yesterday about how popular you were on Saturday night. And you're going to sit there and says, why?
Look at his face.
I was standing behind a sofa for 4 hours.
That's like his episode from The Office.
Yeah, but when you open your mouth, everything good came out. Like you did. We went to an event. You weren't here. Went to an event on Tuesday night, which everybody was invited to. And Josh went with Nickelodeon. And Nick, poor Nikki, she says, I didn't even know about it. But she went. Good trooper, right? And they started to talk. And all of a sudden, everybody in that corner of the building knew Josh and Nicole. And people were asking me yesterday, what show does Josh do?
I think Saturday was your warm-up for Tuesday.
Mm.
Right? Because you were much more comfortable Tuesday after Saturday.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Good, because we have 4 more to go to.
Oh, I can't believe we don't have one tonight.
There probably is.
If we just don't have the
We
info
just
on
don't have
it.
the info. But I want you guys to get ready because you're going to come with us. And you're going to represent either your show, our show, or the network. We're gonna sit down and decide what we're gonna represent, depending on where we're going. Because the bottom line here is, I went to the bar to get a glass of water, so I take my meds, and there's a lady there. She says, "Oh my God, you with the hat, always with the hat. I was looking at you this morning on social media. You were on TV because they call Facebook TV." I says, "Oh, nice to meet you." "Oh, no, I can't." And she starts talking to everybody at the bar. And they started to come over. And I say to myself, where's Dawn when I need her? Because you were back at the
You
other
left
table.
me at the table. You said, I'll get you a glass of water, and never came back. I think I was stood up at my own networking event
I
for us.
was waiting 20 minutes. The lady was like,
for a glass of water.
but the amazing thing is that people were telling us, oh, I watched this. So she got the message. Somebody put on a podcast. Somebody do your own show. I think it was you.
Josh made that podcast, yeah.
And she woke up and she saw that. And she says, and I want to talk to you. And I have a card and everything at the call.
Anyone ever heard of Pluto streaming platform?
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Do you like it? Do you watch it more than any others?
I've never watched it.
it's just another streaming service.
It has no
that
commercial.
They're trying. Yeah.
Pluto is the fastest growing third party.
Really?
Everybody hates them because they're
Oh.
taking in your age and our age faster than any other network on the planet.
Why, is their content good?
And well, we're gonna explore that. I'm gonna show you. And how would you like to put your show on Pluto?
We get no answers from anyone.
Nobody says
All right,
nothing.
so we're going to put it out to you.
I just don't know what to say.
Like, are they like offering us like a deal and stuff, and then like we're getting paid as well, or do we just like we're giving it to them for them to stream?
The AM Television Network, which is the
Bless
computer
you.
you guys see in the back, is about to take off, and we're going to be putting all your shows that are already playing on it. Pluto is going to be able to pick and choose what they want from the network. So we're going to try to do a network on Pluto, which if it happens, means that your show would be on there, and then you have to promote it.
Did you see the screen in the back yesterday? It was sideways.
Yes, we had the computer had a meltdown. I rebooted it, told you.
Everything was sideways.
I'm bringing in a second
And then my
computer.
mouse was upside down. I just could not get anything to work back there yesterday.
It's genius what Mr. Nassau came up with on how to get it on the network up and running. We have to be on the same page. And the reason that these bark pieces are so important is because we want to send out 6 crews, Josh. We're going to need 6 crews to send them out all over the country to do videos, whether it's commercials, television, whatever, because we know how to do a Comcast commercial, right?
I feel like now we can start making like more scripted content, and like you know how we're trying to start like the mini shorts. I feel like that could like get bigger and we could like get more sponsors.
Good. So now you're in charge of being more descriptive. You see, you guys pump out a lot of material. I got to tell you, my email, we're going to have to find another way, because they got so many emails of stuff going out. I get it. I love it. More. As a matter of fact, I want them all to work on one thing that we need that day, like we did with Spotify, which, by the way, you can watch our show on Spotify.
You can listen to our show on Spotify, doing your happy dance.
You can't.
Can't watch
You can't
Spotify.
see it. Now, Spotify was in the news last night. Did you see that? They have decided to overtake TikTok and Twitter. They have this launch. And the reason that we ask you guys to promote, you got to have 100 followers on Spotify to stay. And we need 100. We need you to go to Spotify. Well, we have thousands. You need to go to Spotify. Like, click the follow button for the Brooklyn Cafe, and then we're good.
How does your mind work? Did you sleep?
No. And again, the phone on the phone.
Oh my god.
Mayur's like, give me the phone back, Sid. Just pass. Can you imagine Mayur as your dad?
Show
Just give me the
is gonna
phone.
be shattered to a million different things.
Now, I had a great meeting with Mayur after Sarah Spiritual last night.
I want to
which
see Mayur
had
in
it-
Disney World with his kids. Give me the phone. Give me your soda. Give me that popcorn before you spill it again. Just saying.
He's
Sorry.
just, and Mayur is on point. I had a meeting with him yesterday about where we want to go and everything else.
Yep.
He was a trooper last night. We left things set up because we want to go over the setup. I think that Josh should take the responsibility today to explain to people how vMix works and why, how microphones that are queued up like these, wired, go where they go and why. And the reason that we do what we do is very important because that's the secret sauce. And you know this better than anybody because there's an institution right now that's trying to do what we do. And he sends her here to get bits of information to see how they can fix their problem. And you're not going to get it.
I don't even know who you're talking
It
about.
doesn't matter. The bottom line here is I think that we teach our kids in-house what we do, how we do it, and why. Because everything in here has a reason.
Yeah.
And you got to learn every piece of it because to go to the next level, to bring entertainment, to give you the opportunity to bring entertainment, if that's what you want to do, business or personal, is
And
important.
It's crazy because we're starting to get huge. Like I was with Josh seeing my uncle's show. And we were sitting next to these people I've never even met before. And we started talking. You say, where do you work? I said, oh, I work at the Brooklyn Cafe. Oh, yeah, the guy with the hat. Oh, yeah, I understand.
Funny you mention that.
Bless you.
Kind of same thing happened to me too. Like I was in campus the other day last week, and someone asked me, like, "Say, where do you work?" Oh, I was like, "Oh, I work at the Brooklyn Cafe." Like, oh, I know that place. And I go with the hat.
Guy with the hat.
I got a guy that told me I love the cartoons. It was a girl. She says I love the cartoons. I said, oh, yeah, Bailey does that. Yes, Bailey, the architect. I said no, she's an artist. Yeah, she's an artist architect. And it just went on and on and on.
And she must have meant animator. She got confused.
She got confused, but she was excited that we were actually acknowledge the fact. Yeah, I know. Who
Confused
she-
the two. I'm sorry.
They both start with an A. It's close.
You know, the bottom line here is that what you have in hand is mighty if you promote it, if you push it out. We don't do enough of a good job in promoting Cooking with Chaos, his show. We just don't do enough. We have to do more. And let people know every day, you got to put something cute out. You know, what's coming up, what's happening, what's going to be next.
I feel like we should have like, you know how like we should have a production schedule, like we like plan out our week of what everyone should do in film, so we always have content.
Yes.
Good, you're in charge.
Yes.
You're in charge of all that.
And social media content.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you understand the concept. You see, great leaders aren't people that follow you. Great leaders follow you because they understand why they follow you. Some people do it out of spirit, and some people do it because they believe in the cause.
But not everyone is a leader. There are leaders because people want to lead, and then there are people that don't want to lead, but they're very happy doing the work.
Yeah, right. There's some people in this room who says they're not leaders, but they are. They are.
Everyone
They just
in this
don't
room
want
is
to
a leader,
acknowledge the
yeah.
fact that they are, which is fine. In time, that will change. So we left the setup for Sarah yesterday because it's a little bit more complicated than everything else. And I want people to understand. My always went through the ringer yesterday. G-Man goes through the ringer. Our Roku channel is set. Our podcast channel, we got to get
I
somebody
got to
to
tell
do
you,
that.
Sarah's readings last night on some people that called in that we
Unbelievable.
know were, I even said to you, did you hear what she just said?
Unbelievable.
On point.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
She was good. She was very good.
Amazing.
Excellent stuff. And you got Mr. Baseball called in. He's excited to go to the deal. I think you should do a baseball piece on your next show. The animation is good, but I think a sports piece on there. And let's see how many sports people we can get involved in the call, in the show. Monday, right? Monday. And
Things
when
to
is the
do.
next Cooking with Chaos? When are you back for real, Braxton?
Tuesday.
Are we doing a Cooking with Chaos?
Yes. So what are we doing? I'm thinking we can make like a gourmet.
I don't want you to say. I don't want you to say it. What I want you to do is I want you to put a banner out today saying Cooking with Chaos is going to do this and invite the public. Come and taste our wonderful treat.
We have to put out that video you sent. I think you just needed lower thirds.
Poutine?
No, what Baxton made.
Well, I thought I put lower thirds. Did I?
No. And the other thing, the other challenge that you two have to have is you got to put a commercial inviting people to come into studio and put an animation commercial together for yourself. That would be you. And put a commercial together for singing gigs for you. But I want it done before Tuesday. Okay, I know you're on vacation, but
Where'd
if
you
you're
go,
here,
by the way?
Baltimore.
How was it?
It
Amazing.
was sad.
Why?
It's just the kind of relationship that me and my sister have. You know, I wish we had longer. Heck, we put so much into it. We went to the flea market. I had some of the best food I ever had.
But that's not sad.
We went golf. I wish I had longer.
Well,
Did
missing.
you have fun while you were there, though?
Oh my God, it was. We always have a absolute blast.
Do you look alike?
No.
She doesn't have a beard.
Other than a beard. Well, you look like your sister.
She has a beard.
Like, do you wanna
Mimi,
put my
Josh
sister
paid me to
behind
say
you?
that.
Mimi's
Are
so
you thinking
sorry.
Like my sister?
I mean, no.
I look a smidgen. Hang on. I look a little bit like my father. Hang on.
He can't hang on, Braxton. When you bring it up, you bring it up around here.
Like I don't
Hang
look
on.
like her.
So
That's
I
when you
just
were
want
like
to. I
6.
want to ask. Now that J Lo is in the room, when are you doing your show?
Whoa. The hot seat.
Everybody asks me, when is J Lo doing your show? So you're supposed to do a show with editor.
Yeah.
So she said to me, I said to her, honey,
Bless.
Bless you.
she said to me that, I said to her, you're going to have to go and do it, and then you bring her around when she comes, because I need the show. It's been weeks. So when are you doing?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in.
You guys got to get your schedule
Do
together.
you guys know something called the
I've talked to
WhatsApp?
Whoa.
Phone,
Does
WhatsApp.
anybody understand? Or phone number? Hello?
Say good morning to Charlotte.
Good morning, Charlotte.
Say
No,
good
I don't want
morning
to say
to
good morning
Frank.
to Charlotte.
Why?
Because she hasn't come and visit.
I know.
Whoa.
Charlotte, you need to come
She
in.
didn't see JC's show. She don't come in our show. I'm very busy, Freddie. No, you're not very busy. You have to come in. Not very busy.
So, what do you have? New horoscopes for the week before we wrap this one up for
I
the
do.
day?
I do. I got questions. I got heart. You know, it's funny. We went to that gig, and he was there. He met us at the door.
Did you talk to him at all?
He says, I took a pill. Now, this event was 2 days ago. He took a pill, slept all day. He says, I'll talk to you later. Are you still in here? Let me see.
See what you got. Horoscopes on the inside. Am I still in there?
Yeah, you are.
still
You're about
there.
the movies of the rain.
I think we saw these then.
No, this
We
is
should be
brand
getting a
new.
new one. All right, let's see what you got.
This is March 2nd.
Oh, okay.
March 2nd. Who won the 1989 Booker Prize for The Remains of the Day? The movie called The Remains of the Day.
If you remember the answer, then we're good.
1989.
Do you remember we did these?
No, we didn't do these.
Michael Jackson.
Kazu Igazu Kazuka.
What?
Never mind. Yeah, I can't pronounce that either.
I have 5 more seconds.
Eh.
What year was The Jazz Singer, the first talking movie, released?
1929.
Oh.
28.
I thought it was like 28.
How you should know that?
We did it already.
Oh, we did this?
Yeah, you weren't here, I don't think.
We did this. No, my horoscope says, are you having a difficult time making a decision about an important matter?
Are you?
Yeah. Keep your eyes open for information that might help clarify your intuitive senses of the situation.
You having a hard time?
Not at all.
That's Aries?
Pisces.
Pisces.
Oh.
You're Aries.
Oh.
We got a lot of birthdays coming up.
You're Baxter.
April-
Aren't you Baxter? No, you're Bailey.
You're April what? When's
The
your birthday,
BBs.
Bailey?
April 5th?
April 5th.
This week you may uncover a hidden opportunity allowing you to make progress on a goal.
Yeah. that
Finding
happens.
it might require facing and addressing an unresolved world from the past.
Oh.
Unresolved. Something unresolved is going
The
to.
opportunity happened. Remember, I asked Aaron something, and he's like, "Oh, I do that." He's like a hidden opportunity.
But we haven't moved on it.
I got to do
You
it.
learned that Monday. What is today? Thursday?
He's getting
Tuesday,
married.
Wednesday.
I thought I would give him
No,
some
no,
time
no,
to
no, no, no,
do.
no, no. Once he gets married, it's all over.
I know. I gotta get it. I got
All
2
over.
weeks. I know.
Josh, what's yours?
Virgo.
Virgos ain't virgins, I'll tell you that. Virgos are usually well grounded for the next couple of weeks, though. Virgos are usually well grounded. For the next couple of weeks, though, your thoughts and ability to communicate clearly may be muddled. Wow, that's a surprise.
My eyes twitching again.
Use this as an opportunity to expand your comfort zone. The reminder will be the twitching eye.
What'd you
amazing.
drink
I did
yesterday? Anything different?
Water.
Did you have kava?
Water.
I think that you are not taking enough protein in.
Random
That's what
segment.
that usually means.
What
Look
you
it
ran?
up.
He had a nice lunch yesterday.
You
I had
didn't
a
eat.
nice lunch.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I
eat
did.
chicken.
I had Whole Foods. The
You say you don't eat.
arroz con pollo.
You say you don't eat that. You sound Chinese when you say that, by the way. Arroz con pollo.
Arroz con pollo.
I cannot roll my R's to do anything.
Everybody know what that means in English?
Chicken and rice.
Chicken with rice.
All right, Frank said his horoscope is Capricorn, but under the Egyptian horoscope, it is Horus.
It is what?
Horus.
Taurus?
Horus. All right, we're going to give you
What's a
Capricorn on
Horus?
the English side.
What's a Horus?
Just give him Capricorn for now.
Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, catalyzing a deep transformation for you, and for you. It will soon begin to dip its toe into Aquarius. What is this? You may now begin to feel a change in the pattern.
Could you read that again so it makes sense?
Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, catalyzing a deep transformation for you. A deep transformation. You were
In
transforming.
2008, he started writing his books in 2010.
That's
so
when he was
yeah,
transforming.
Exactly.
It will soon begin to dip its toe into Aquarius. You may now begin to feel a change in the pattern. So you're going from being going to what you are now. Now you're using all that information and you're pushing it out. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Charlotte says she already sang in a video for us, and she's ready for the big time.
She's going to sing?
Yes, and Frank has Roku and Pluto.
Oh,
TV.
Frank, we need to talk because we are going to go, and Pluto. We're going to try to be on Pluto, but we're going to do Roku and Amazon Live.
Charlotte, careful when you go on a cruise. Did you see what happened on the Princess? I was thinking of you, one of the Princess cruise lines. 300 people got very, very ill.
Well, yeah, because on cruises, like, when someone gets sick, then everyone's gonna get sick.
Yeah.
It's very easy to susceptible to disease and stuff because everyone just when cruise people, cruise like illnesses happen, it's just bad.
Charlie, be careful. They said I think it was norovirus, but still.
What?
Or what?
Oh, that's bad.
I have a weird-
Horoscope is the god of kinship and the sky. Frank's
Very philosophical.
Yes.
Ask her what her birth date is.
Charlotte, what's your birthday? What's your sign?
What's your sign? So we're reading on the air. All right. Who else we got in here? What sign are you then?
Gemini.
Shock.
Jim and I?
Gemini.
Gemini.
Your antenna for picking up data from either may be particularly sensitive at the beginning of the week. Your antenna for picking up data from the ether, E-T-H-E-R,
Ethers from the air.
from the air. Say air! From the
Ethers.
air may be particularly sensitive in the beginning of the week. Evaluate the information for a few days before deciding how to proceed. So you showed up here, so I guess in the beginning of the week you had intent to come here? No?
Wait, what?
At the beginning of the week you were feeling that you had to do something. Was coming here one of those things?
I needed to get myself in check. It's on the way there, and I feel like I need to pay you guys a visit.
Charlotte's a Leo.
Of course she isn't.
Her
I mean, of course
birthday's
she
in
is.
August.
Adding Leo energy at the midweek may be favorable for getting what you want in a particular situation. Just be sure that it doesn't come at a high cost for someone else. In other words, Charlotte, you're going to get what you want, just don't break any eggs of people while getting it.
Eggs. Happy dance.
People are like eggs. I feel like I'm a Chinese order menu.
Read right everything, yes.
What's something like unironic that like pisses you off? Like something weird. Like for me.
Unironic?
Yeah, I don't like when people call it boneless chicken wings. Like that's just chicken nuggets to me, and that seriously makes me angry. You know what I'm saying?
Popcorn chicken.
Like boneless chicken wings, it's just chicken nuggets and they're marketing event.
It's
So that
popcorn chicken.
unironically pisses me off.
You ever wonder how they got the bones out of the chicken
Well,
and
let
there's
me,
still
let
no
me,
holes
can
in
I,
it?
can I explain to you?
Yeah.
I used to work for Publix in New York, was called something else. And there is a specific part of the chicken that they use for boneless chicken wings.
But then it's not the wing.
I never said it was.
Chicken
Then they
nuggets.
shouldn't be called chicken wings. They
But-
should be called chicken
Or they removed
It's
the
chunks.
bone.
marketing. They just
chicken
market it.
chunks.
Or they removed the bone.
I'm an Aquarius, by the way.
We're going to go to you.
Chicken chunks.
Do you know that on Weight Watchers, a chicken with bone is more points than the same chicken without a bone?
I know. Does that make
Makes
any
no
sense?
No.
Bone
So-
in or boneless?
Bone in, bone out. Hey,
You know why I think?
Why?
Because boneless chicken is
Yeah.
typically the breast. You can't get a thigh without a bone, but you can get a
I
breast.
want to know
without
how
a
the
bone.
freaking chicken
You
walk
can
with
get
no
a
bone.
tire without a bone. I've had them.
Meat and dark meat.
Yes.
Boneless,
Dark meat
skinless
is more
chicken
points.
thighs.
Yes,
I mean, that's what.
correct.
There you go. That's a logical explanation.
But yeah,
What do you say?
something that unironically pisses me off. Something weird. Like I don't
I
like
hate-
car washes. I don't like.
Car washes.
You don't like car wash.
Everyone's driving into them. They scare me.
You're a little bit extreme. I don't like the shirt or the saying that blank happens. And it begins with an S and starts with a T.
Why?
Yeah, but
I'm
stuff
gonna,
happens.
stuff happen. I cannot stand that. I mean, don't do it because I'll run out of here with my hair on fire, which I don't have any. I can't stand that
Why?
because it feels like you're taking accountability and putting it on something else.
It's because people don't take accountability.
Oh, that's the problem I'm having.
People don't take accountability for their actions. They blame they'll blame the ethers.
As you
versus-
stand there with a match and you run outside because the building's on fire, you go, I don't know how that happened.
people-
S happens. Stuff happens.
You know, some people feel like take it as like, oh, well, that's life, and just like move along.
Right. There's no urgency and there's no care and there's no accountability. Shouldn't you be accountable for what you've created, good, bad, or indifferent? It's not always, roses. Sometimes I hate that saying. I had a shirt, I bought it, and I burned it.
Say you're on to work and there's traffic on the highway. Stuff happens.
Maybe something
Yeah.
good happened. Maybe you're not in that traffic because an accident occurred and it was loss of life, and because you're sitting in there, it didn't affect you. There's a lot of stuff.
That's
you
what
can
I was
spin
thinking
this
when I
a lot
knocked
of
the mirror off
ways.
my car. Maybe I'm supposed to be in my garage right now and not on the road.
I talked to you 3 days before that incident.
You told me to focus.
That's right. And what did you do? You go and you knock the mirror off the wall. This much of her car hit the wall, and it popped the mirror. And I said to her, didn't I tell you? Focus, Focus.
I think it was the day before you told me.
That's
Yep.
right. And things are going to happen if you don't. All right, let's do Aquarius real quick. Do you have a project that requires the support of others?
Like a TV show?
Like your own show? Oh!
Yes.
Midweek could be a good time to reach out, as your ability to successfully communicate may be heightened.
Midweek is today.
So, are you a good communicator?
I
No.
Whoa. Did she just start a sentence with the word
After you said, "Are you a good
I was
communicator?"
gonna say no, but I
You
can
are-
communicate
You are a
if I
good
need
communicator if you put your mind, if you
yeah.
focus. And don't let a mirror hit you or your car mirror fall off if it requires you then to focus. Josh has focus issues. He either over focuses or under focuses.
I can focus until I hear you screaming, "Dawn!" through
And
the
you don't
studio.
focus. I don't know what the
"Dawn!"
hell you do.
10
I'm
things
looking
at
at
once.
you. I'm looking at her. I'm saying there's a meeting here, and she's standing all the way over there, and she called the meeting. And I look at Teddy and says, "Why are we sitting here?"
Because I wasn't really sure we were going to get anything done, but Josh needed to do the ending credits, so we had to get that done.
And so I brought Josh into the meeting. Or no?
Yesterday.
You- Huh?
Huh?
Sorry?
What?
What was that? Are you having a conniption?
All right.
Your eyes twitching.
What else you got?
She's in Aquarius?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you, Mayor?
Taurus. He's
Taurus
the
the
same birthday
bull.
as your ex-wife. Every time I say this, and every time he looks at me,
is
how
that-
do you know that?
Is that?
You're like, you would be fun
Are
in
you
a
s-
dementia unit.
Are you in a what? Are you calling me
You'd be
demented?
like 51st
Did she
date.
just call me demented?
Remember
Yes,
10
she
second
did.
Tom? We didn't do this.
Hi, how are you?
How
How are you again?
Again. Myra, when's your birthday?
May 3rd.
Same day as your ex-wife.
Hi, I'm Tom. Oh, you're gonna regret this. We're going to Leeds, and I'm going to play the part of Tom.
10
Hi, I'm
second
5
Tom.
second Tom. I'm 5 second Tom.
10 second Tom.
For the next few weeks, keep your eyes open for an unusual or unexpected opportunity. It looks like maybe you have another restaurant in your future. No,
New movie. He's
Taurus-
doing a new movie for us.
he's going to
It's
actually
like
be in the
unexpected, though.
unexpected. That he's already expecting. Taurus can lead to overanalyze things,
So funny.
My daughter.
but this
yes.
opportunity may not last long. Oh my God! You think he overanalyzes things?
No.
Not at all.
Chelsea's in a Taurus.
You guys live in a glass bubble of overanalyzation. You ever seen the movie Analyze This?
No.
Okay, look it up on Netflix. I can't believe
You know, we were in a,
this.
in a meeting yesterday, and I never expected the woman to be an overanalyzer
My God,
until
she is.
she told us she was an overanalyzer. So you never know what goes on underneath all the laughter and the happiness, what people are actually feeling. I
Everybody
was
seems to be in control.
right on the outside.
And then when you get to, you ask the right question, the next thing you know, they're themselves, and it gets a little bit tricky.
I know. Everyone's got something they're dealing with. So
Portion of
just
the
be
show
kind to
brought
each
to you by
other.
Coffee News. Get your Coffee News on. Call Joe. Good
Right.
stuff.
I think Frank is meeting with Rochelle today at Movies of Delray to see what's happening with
the
the
awards?
with the Florida Arts Network Awards. So maybe he can come up tomorrow and fill us in on that.
We are also in the production now of doing music videos. Josh, if you have seen, I don't know how many thousands of hits he gotten for Triple C.
Yeah, how's it doing?
I haven't checked on it, but
I checked on it. It's doing very well.
Oh, and congratulations to our good friend, singer-songwriter Kendra Erica, because Rapture has been picked up by an episode of CSI for the upcoming season, so that's pretty exciting. So congratulations to Kendra, and we'll probably see her mom in a little bit. So it's pretty exciting.
I'm going to reach out to Kendra. I think she's in California. I'll call her for the midday show just to see if I can get her to wake up and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's really an accomplishment. That's the second show, right? She did one also for another one before that.
It's called The Sex Life of College Girls. Is what her
Did
song
you ever
is
see
on.
that show?
I was gonna start watching it, but I haven't done it yet.
But I got to tell you, the CSI I do watch. So I'm all in on the Rapture. And also, there's a book coming out from Mr. Frank. Has a brand new book coming out,
Retribution.
Retribution. And we have to sort of blow that up and put it out
Do you
there.
believe in retribution?
I don't even know what that means.
It's
My-
like, it's like
my-
karma, but self-inflicted, not self-inflicted, inflicted on purpose, right?
Correct.
Retribution.
Like
I
an
don't-
eye for an eye. Like you physically go and take the eye.
Do I
Someone
believe
does
in
you
it?
wrong, you do them wrong.
Oh,
do you
so
believe
justice?
Oh, we're good.
revenge? Yes,
Justice. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
revenge.
Eye for an eye. That's one way of looking at
Revenge.
it.
Do you believe people should, if someone
No.
someone
I don't.
does you
That
wrong, do
makes
you feel like you should do it
Then
right
that
back?
makes you just as bad as them. But if you're doing revenge, then it's premeditated. It makes you worse.
But if someone goes after your family, and I don't know what
Somebody
this book
kills
is
one
about,
of my sons or
do
something,
you go after them? Different situation, right?
I don't.
I'm hog tying them and
I-
ripping everything off.
No, I don't. I don't think I'm going to do that because it's not going to bring them back. And number two, I have a saying. You know what my saying is? God don't like ugly, and you're going to end up paying for it one way or the other.
Here's the thing. I am not a very violent person.
A man in a
Who
tunnel.
said huh?
One man in a tunnel.
Who said hmm?
You get your boxing gloves and you hit me.
That was
I never hit
outrageously
you.
funny.
I
You
never.
initiated the sparring match and I didn't ask for it. And then you got hurt and you're like, oh my god, it's my fault.
That was funny though. You guys did that perfectly, and you had the sunglasses on, and
Yeah.
you stopped the shot
I know.
at just the right
Yeah.
moment.
I know for a fact if somebody hurt my family in any
You
way,
will go bonkers.
they better pray to God I don't find them.
You know, you have a short fuse. You're mild and
I do
giving
not
and
have a
loving.
short fuse.
You do. If somebody,
We'll get it right now.
it's okay to have a short fuse. It's called control chaos.
So retribution should be it's an interesting title because it brings up a lot of things. But
Short
that's not
fuse.
about a short fuse.
Now you see,
retribution.
she's not talking about it because she knows I'm going to her. Short fuse, revenge.
No, I don't
yes,
do that.
But she doesn't do it outwardly. She doesn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna get you." It
I don't
happens
believe
like
in that.
all other clever women. When the opportunity arises and something goes wrong, say, "What'd I tell you?"
Freddie will say to me, "You put the whammy on them."
We're coming into the studio, and I don't know. She trips in the parking lot.
You know, he says, we need to trim the tree. And I said, why? He says, because people can't walk in the door. And as I go in to walk in the door, I trip walking up the step. He laughs. He goes, God don't like ugly.
So
he
what happens?
trips going up the step.
And my keys
and then his keys
explode.
explode all over
All
the,
over the
floor. So if
floor.
you find an extra key or key ring outside, it's because not once he picked it up and did it again. They were everywhere.
That is
Don't make
That's
fun
karma.
of
the
me.
way she does.
It's karma.
But I was trying to be nice because the tree has to be trimmed.
That was just my angels going, God don't like ugly. Don't mess with her. Huh.
Going back to Chelsea's thing with things that bother us.
Yes.
I wanted to get this out of the way. So if you're driving on the highway, or if you're driving in general, and you hit on your turn signal, that means I want to get over into the next lane, people. So if there's a car behind me, that doesn't mean speed up and then let me get over. It means let me just go over to the next lane.
Amen.
Yep.
Do you let
Joshua for president.
Do you let
Oh my
people?
god, you do that too?
Do you let people do that when you're driving? You let them.
I always let
Yes.
people in. I slow down and let them in.
See,
And when the
here's the thing.
light turns amber,
Yeah.
do you race through it not to catch it, or do you stop?
Depends how
Oh,
long
when it
I've
turns
been
yellow?
on it.
It depends. I learned a cool trick where, like, you know how there's dotted lines on the road?
Yeah.
If you're on, like, the area where there's solid line, you can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't about the psychology of how making it. Do you follow the law and stop?
Do you
Amber
know-
means stop.
Do you know when you're driving, if you blow on the light, it'll turn green?
What?
Like I tell you, this is why I was saying watch it
Blow
in
on
front of the
it?
parking lot. Don't listen. Don't listen. Meds
I
have
want
not
to
kicked
say,
in.
I want to say when they do two dudes in a car, if he's actually going to blow on the light, see if
No,
it turns
now
green.
let me ask you. Do you stop at amber? You do not. If you do, you're lying to
It
me. Because I
depends.
know. Well, it depends on what. How
Depends.
fast you're going. Yeah.
No, it depends how close you
I
are.
was going 102. You want me to stop?
No, it just depends how close you are to the line.
If you see amber, you're supposed to stop.
Slow down.
Right.
Nah,
You don't. I know you don't.
I know, but
Nobody does.
there's a difference between that and a turn signal.
Well,
It's-
the
it's-
problem is this: people don't follow rules. If you do the turn signal, you know what the guy behind you says? This is my chance to really kick him off. Let me speed up, and they go right by you.
I understand, but you're being courteous of another person in that car
Courteous.
driving. I'm being courteous to a stupid light that's just there.
You see, I don't even use this turn signal no more. It drives Sarah crazy. Sarah, my daughter.
You gotta use a turn
Right.
signal.
It's so why? So that they can speed up.
Yeah, they do.
So
do
they can
that.
speed up and I create a car
Well, it's not. I
accident.
mean that. It's if you're turning into if you're in front of me and you're turning into a gas station, turning in McDonald's, and you're
You
just
should use a turn signal.
you'll let me know that you're gonna turn into there.
Now,
Just
I'm gonna
don't
give you-
stop and go in.
I'm going to give you the answer to this perplexing question.
Hit them in the back of the car.
No, not at all. This is what you do. You lower your window. Oh my God, yes, that button does work. You lower the window and you go like this.
19.
Did you just give him a finger?
Listen to me, 7-car pilot.
It was only two.
Too soon.
You go
Freddie,
like this.
Too soon.
Now, what is a right-hand turn?
It's
What's the signal? You
this-
go up like this, right?
Yeah.
If you do that, my friend, and they still try to cut you off, I'll give you $10. But you got to be honest. I will guarantee you that when you do this, they won't cut you off.
I'm not gonna do that on the highway.
No, yeah.
You can. Motorcycles do it all the time. You ever
But how
see
do
Yeah,
you-
because they don't have turns. They have turn signals, but they're the tiniest things in the world.
No,
they have to do
this
that.
because an accident with them is the end of their life
Yeah.
in the highway. But if you do this, I guarantee you, visual is more effective with your hands than it is with the lights. I'm just telling you, I've been driving, I don't know, 50 years. And this is something my father taught me.
You haven't been driving 50 years.
I just started driving when I was 12. I got my license at 14
What?
in Puerto Rico.
What?
What?
And I came to New York when I was 16 and I traded it in. I didn't take a road test or nothing.
What?
That's why it says Federico. Because in
Versus
Puerto Rico, they
Frederico?
call me Federico. They don't call me Frederick. It's a true story. Look it up.
Do we know what your name on your birth certificate is?
Frederick.
Oh, someone asked me what your actual name is. I told them Frederico.
No, that's my Puerto Rican license, which I don't know why they gave me one, Braxton.
I don't know why they put
I
that name
kill
on there.
chickens. The guy says, go through that. I says, this chickens. Did I tell you to tell me the conditions of the road? Go through that. I guess he had planned for me to go around them, but there was no way of going around
So
them.
you went through the chickens?
So I went through, it was feathers everywhere. So my mother sees me pull up, and she rests in peace, and she looks at me like this. What? And I went, and the guy said, here, you can pass, you can get your license.
You were 14?
And you know why he gave me the license? I
He was
said,
pulling chicken feathers out of
you
his
know
tongue?
why? He says, I can't believe that you actually went through it. And if you do that, you're cognizant of what you're doing instead of stopping. Now, Juji failed 4 times. One time, a lady on the opposite side. Do you know that when you get in a crosswalk, even if it's on your opposite side,
You gotta stop.
1 foot on the street, you better stop.
Well, let me ask you about a bus, a school bus. If you're heading north, school bus is heading south, and they stop, right? The stop sign
You're
comes
supposed
out.
to stop,
Are you
too.
supposed to
Lane,
stop?
have to stop.
2 lane,
I
yes.
think it depends if there's
No.
a
4
median
lanes, I
between-
heard no.
You
It
have to-
depends
you-
again, it's like Amber. I don't want to drive with you. If it's 4 lanes, like a military, you don't have
Alright.
to stop.
Great job.
If it's 2 lanes by law, you must stop.
See, she said it depends.
I'm a CDL driver.
That's what I said.
She said it depends. So it depends on how many lane road it is?
Yeah.
Or how fast
Or
you're
what do you
going. A cop pulled me over one time, and I took out my license, and he says, "You're CDL, man. You're supposed to know this." I said, "Officer, with all due respect," and I'm not going to argue with him. I said, "I was already passing it when it was going on," and then he put out the bubbles, and he let me go with a warning.
I got pulled over once in my life, and it was coming home from school during rush hours, like 5 o'clock. And he pulled me over because on the highway I was too close to the person in front of me.
That's right.
They followed you home.
Well, that's a tailgate.
No, I was not
You
even
weren't?
halfway going home. I was probably
Forget about going
Two-
home. How close were you to the other car?
I wasn't even that close.
How many feet? 2, 3? Can you see the guy's license plate?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were too close. You should give yourself 4 feet distance
Yeah.
at least.
But
Isn't
it
it
was
one car
during
lane?
traffic. It was during
Was it
5
backed
o'clock.
up?
Yeah, I took the I didn't take the guy to court. What is it called? When you put the ticket on the court and you try to appeal it?
Appeal.
Appeal. Well, I won it, but it was the most stupidest thing of all
He
time.
didn't give you a ticket to win. No, they gave you a ticket to slow you down. I got pulled over in front of the radio station. I told you.
Oh my God, do you remember that night?
And I said to the cop, I kept my hands like this, and I said, "Officer, I want to tell you something. I've never gotten a ticket before. So you can look me up and everything else. My license and registration," I handed it to him. And he went back there. 10 minutes later, he came back and he says, "Either you've never been caught Well, you're telling me the truth. I says, I don't even know what to do. What do you need me to do? My insurance was on my phone. I had to call Linda to get that. I didn't know a damn thing. I never been pulled over. And he said to me, Mr. Santori, I believe you, please slow down, bulk up this, and this. I was going 55 in a 35. But I'm going to tell you why. There was 2 trucks, and they would not pull over. And I was late to go to the radio station, which made me even later. And then I zoomed by. That's when they got me. When I zoomed by.
They were hanging out right there in Dixie. We're federal.
Okay. Honestly, it's not that.
Hello, tell her.
I had a. I really wish you'd stop
It's
coughing.
not that bad. I crashed 2 cars and then I hit somebody, but they're fine. They're in a
Hit somebody. Oh, God.
Like actually hit someone? Oh.
So, pretty much, I had a friend.
You hit a
and
friend?
It was a 30-mile-an-hour road, and he was going 80.
Did you hit him?
No, he was going 80 in a 30.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, I yelled to him. He said, "There's a cop right there!"
Oh, you didn't.
And I'm not kidding you.
Was there?
Yeah, there was. And I hear him. The cop never even bats an eye. And I'm like, how lucky are we that the cop didn't hear a car go.
First of all, he shouldn't have a license if he's doing 80 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's abuse.
Cops on the highway confuse me because you don't want to go faster than them, but they're also speeding, and I'm just like, what are we supposed to do if half of them speed, but then we don't really want to pass them, but they're also speeding? I'm very confused.
If you live by Forest Hill exit, Southern exit, 10th exit, whatever down there, and you're on the highway, look out for a white Mustang
Why?
because it's an
Car
undercover
trap.
state trooper.
It's a car trap.
So watch out for a white Mustang.
It's been like that for 8 years when we
Now
used
we're
to
gonna
drive
be
out to
afraid
iHeart.
whenever we pass a white Mustang.
Tip of the day.
Don't speed.
no, but that's Florida. Everybody speeds.
If you're on the HOV lane on the highway, you can go at least
HOV,
80.
yes. HOV, you'll get away with it.
Like 70 to 80 is normal for like
But I'm going to tell you something. If you don't want to pay the fine, don't do the crime. You know, don't speed. Keep it at 75 or below on the highway, and you'll be fine. And you guys are young. If I'm a cop, I'm going to pull you over. I'm going to pull you over to slow you down because I know you're guilty of something. And I'm going to make some money for the city, maybe, if you don't appeal it, you won. And I'm going to slow you down. Now, after you get a ticket, do you speed up again? Or do you
No.
sort of watch your speed? And there is a psychology, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to slow you down. Police yourself. You won't get a ticket. I know it stinks, but I take my time. Dawn will tell you, Dawn is flying along. Yeah, see you later. I ain't paying that 100, 200, 25.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
and I left
doing it.
Walmart yesterday at the same time.
You were here 15 minutes before.
I'm
me.
like, up. Josh is here. Chelsea's here. You're back already.
I'm going slow. I ain't paying that money. I'm not gonna pay to drive.
I wasn't going fast. I just went out at a light.
No, Dawn, please. You drive so freaking fast, and you're this big, and the car is this big. I'm still wondering how you're not the 7-car pilot.
I've had my moments. Trust me.
Well, I believe you. All right, we gotta
Trust
go.
me. All right, ready to wrap this up?
Let's do this.
All right, have a great morning, everyone. Tune in to Pitch to Production. What else we got today? We'll see what else we got cooking. We got editor sets tonight. We've got All County. We've got Mike Velarde, Meet the Experts, and we have Making Money with Laura Sanders. You don't want to miss this one. Great show as
I
always.
have to ask you a favor. Okay. Don't be late. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.